This morning, heartbreak, confusion, and lack of communication. Days after massive wildfires destroyed the heart of western Maui, the desperate search for loved ones, with hundreds still unaccounted for.
And good evening from here in Maui, where we have just learned that this is now the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history.
Maui, known as the Valley Isle, it is the second largest island in Hawaii. Tourists from all over the world flock here because it is literally paradise on Earth. Whether you're a solo traveler, a young couple in love, a family of four, or empty nesters looking to relax, Maui has it all. Or at least, it did. On August 8th, 2023, a series of fires ravaged through Hawaii. Maui was hit the hardest. And of the areas in Maui, Lahaina, arguably the most popular tourist destination on the island, was completely destroyed. Favorites like Kimo's Restaurant, Paia Fish Market, Ululani's Shave Ice, the Bill Wyland Galleries, the Lahaina Outlets, and so much more are now just piles of ash and rubble. 2,200 structures were destroyed. More than 7,000 people were left without homes. Many still displaced as of early 2024. The rebuilding process has been, to put it nicely, terrifyingly slow. So the question on every traveler's mind has to be, is Maui back? It's been 9 months and counting since the devastating fires. What progress, if any, has the rebuilding seen? What questions have been answered regarding the cause of the fires? We, at the vacation agent, wanted to see for ourselves. So we visited in May 2024, and what follows is our honest opinion. With regard to travel and tourism, Maui is definitely back. In fact, Maui needs you more than ever. Some of us at the Vacation Agent travel to Maui on a yearly basis, and we have never seen it so empty. Don't get us wrong, areas like Wailea and Kihei are still pretty bustling, but the areas that comprise West Maui, Lahaina, Kanapali, Honokowai, Napili, and Kapalua, to name a few, are a bit on the slow side. We found it relatively easy to get dinner reservations, which was impossible at this point last year. There are a number of dining options open in Lahaina. Mala Ocean Tavern was the first business to reopen after the fires.
Mala Ocean Tavern is the first business on Front Street to reopen after the fires nearly 6 months ago.
An old favorite, Aloha Mixed Plate, is back and open as well. Island favorites like Mama's Fish House and Monkey Pod are always busy. But especially on the west side, places like Chapingo, Dukes, and Leilani's weren't as jam-packed as usual. Resorts with pools were also roomy. Pool chairs and loungers are usually gone by mid-morning, but this year, many were open throughout the day. Shops on the west side of the island were not as crowded as normal, and many of the staff commented on how slow business is right now. Airline staff also mentioned how they felt there is a lack of a spring break rush in Maui. Oahu, home to Waikiki Beach, Honolulu, and Pearl Harbor, is as busy as ever. But for Maui, it seems as if there's a hesitation to go. Yet, after our visit, we say, do not hesitate. Now is the perfect time to visit Maui and show your support. Help the community recover by shopping and dining locally, renting from a local car rental company like Hawaiian Rent-A-Car or Cruisin' Maui Rent-A-Car, or using Uber, Lyft, or Turo while you're there. Go ahead and rent a West Maui condo with an ocean view on Airbnb and buy fresh fish caught from the same morning at a local fish market. Or try a variety of street food at the food truck vendors in the Honoapeilani food truck park. And if you're staying in West Maui and plan on going to the beach, stop by the Snorkel Store on Honoapeilani Highway. They have all your beach rental needs at amazing prices. We were able to rent beach chairs, umbrellas, and boogie boards for 6 people for around $200 for the entire week. In fact, their entire stay rates are good for up to 2 weeks. They also have top-of-the-line snorkel gear, float belts and floaties for children, beach coolers, waterproof maps, and fish guides. And they even send you a daily snorkel report that outlines the weather and water visibility. If this is your first time in Hawaii, it's almost a requirement that you attend a luau. With the aforementioned fires and the devastation they caused on the town of Lahaina, we were so grateful when we learned that the Old Lahaina Luau and its pristine grounds were completely spared from the flames. So naturally, we attended their newly reopened luau, and it was as good as ever. Maybe even better this time, as they paid tribute to the community and described what it means to be Lahaina and Maui strong. The service was impeccable. The food was delectable. The scenery and environment were paradisical. The show was educational, entertaining, and a moving tribute to the people of Hawaii. It is, in our humble opinion, a must-go. As we mentioned in the opening, the rebuilding process has been painstakingly slow up to this point, but they're starting to make some progress. The Lahaina Civic Center and Public Library have both reopened. The Lahaina Bypass is open to travelers, but the actual town of Lahaina and popular Front Street are still closed to the public. But a quick internet search of what is and isn't open on Lahaina should clear any confusion you might have. What might not be so clear is the mental and emotional effects the fires have caused both residents and visitors alike. Our time on Maui was honestly bittersweet. The fires have definitely impacted the entire island. From the locals themselves to the hesitation of travelers and Maui's tourism as a whole, you can definitely feel the effects of the devastation, especially if you visited here before. As a yearly visitor, we were especially sensitive and understanding of the loss as well as the emotional trauma that many of the locals have experienced. In turn, they were equally and sometimes more hospitable than before. Maui depends on its tourism economy. When people visit, the island thrives. At this moment in time, Maui locals are hurting in more ways than one. The best way you can help is visit. Learn about the culture at a luau. Stop and dine locally as much as you can. Some of the best food you'll find in Maui is in a hole-in-the-wall restaurant serving plate lunches or at a food truck park. And you'll have no trouble finding one. There are a ton of them all around the island. Take a Road to Hana tour, where the vans will stop at local places along the way, where you can buy fresh banana bread and artisanal trinkets along your journey. They actually have a saying in Maui that goes, Maui no ka oi, which means Maui is the best. And we couldn't agree more. And when Maui does complete its Lahaina rebuild, we think Maui will be even better than before. So don't hesitate to book that bucket list vacation to the Valley Isle. Not only will you land in paradise itself, you will be helping the island heal from the worst disaster to hit in its history. You will be a huge part in its recovery, all while taking in some of the best sights the world has to offer. As they say in Hawaii, mahalo. And until next time, safe travels.